living, Shark.
Yep.
That's like me this weekend. Oh, it was easy living. I was so lazy, I didn't have to do much at all. Just taking it easy.
I can picture that.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what isn't easy living?
What?
Oh, I don't know, hiking about 2,500 miles. And joining us on the telephone right now, a lady who has undertaken a hike of the Appalachian Trail in its entirety from Georgia to Mount Katahdin, Maine.
Yeah.
And it's all to benefit House in the Woods.
Yeah.
Joining us on the telephone right now, live from the Appalachian Trail.
Yeah.
It's Sonya Eldridge returning to the Rock and Roll Morning Show. Good morning, Sonya. How are you?
Thank you, Don, so much. I'm good. How are you?
You know, we're doing really well, just hanging out here and, thinking about you. I mean, gosh, we were talking about the weather earlier this morning, and we got some chilly temperatures coming at night. But we aren't, trying to stay warm in a sleeping bag somewhere in the woods like you. You've been out on the trail. You've been out on the trail for 6 weeks now. How's it been?
Yes, we've been on the trail for 6 weeks. It's been pretty good most of the time. We did run into a couple of snowstorms in the middle of the night. We could hear snow hitting the tent.
Oh, wow.
Get up in the morning and have to slog through that. It was a little slippery there for a while, but the further down you go, then the snow starts to disappear and it warms up a bit. We got to the top of Klingman's Dome, and it was a virtual blizzard. So we had walking down the road to get a ride. That was rough. The rain has been rough. But today, thankfully, in Hot Springs, North Carolina, is a beautiful sunny day, and we're about to get going on the trail that marches right through town here.
Okay.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
Now you've made some pretty good progress, but it's not unusual for the early going of an undertaking like yours, hiking the length of the Appalachian Trail, to take a little bit of time because, you kind of got to get your trail feet under you a little bit, don't you, Sonya?
You do, yeah. It's called trail legs, and I don't think I have mine just yet. I think they're on their way, though.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
They're marching along behind me, going to catch up somewhere.
Yeah.
Where you just feel more confident with every step, and I'm hoping that will happen for me soon. We did take the weekend off because we just needed a rest. We've been hiking. The last day we hiked 17 miles to get to this town, just so I could have a salad.
I got to tell you, if I was hiking 17 miles through the woods, when I got where I was going, I would be hoping for a little bit more than a salad. But that's just me.
There was some wine involved that night as well.
How have you been able to manage as far as staying fueled up and making sure that you have what you need? It's quite a logistical challenge to make a hike like this.
Well, it is, and it's not inexpensive either. We use a lot of the freeze dried Mountain House meals.
Sure.
And just crackers, pepperoni, cheese, anything that doesn't need to be refrigerated is fair game. Fruit, apples, oranges. Today we're rolling out with some tuna sandwiches I made. Just we have to eat them today. They won't be any good tomorrow.
Oh, right. Yeah. That's a concern.
It's good. One of the fun things for me is when we get to camp, we try to camp near a water source or a stream. So, bathing in 50-degree water is a lot of fun.
Yeah, hey, that'll wake you up.
It does wake you up.
Now, we're speaking with Sonya Eldridge, who's hiking the Appalachian Trail to benefit a House in the Woods. House in the Woods, of course, an organization whose mission is to create a therapeutic, recreational, and educational retreat for our nation's U.S. Armed Forces and their families. And they use outdoor wilderness activities in Maine and natural habitats to help those participants share some common challenges related to services protecting our nation's freedom and democratic ideals. You can find the House in the Woods online at houseinthewoods.org. Sonya, when you took off, you had a fundraising goal, and you said, I want to keep it within reason because my first major fundraising undertaking like this, and you set a goal of $5,000.
I did.
That's a lot of money, but tell me, how have you been doing as far as the fundraising portion of this hike is concerned?
Well, it's gone beyond my goal.
What?
Beyond?
Yes, and we've only been out here 6 weeks, so we have another 4.5 months to go. Currently, the total, with the drum roll, Don, please, is $5,765.
Wow! All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited.
You should be. That's amazing. Congratulations.
Wow.
Thank everyone so much for the support. It does go directly to the veterans and the programs that we provide for them up at House in the Woods. There's just so much going on up there all the time. And also, there are other retreats happening through House in the Woods, but not necessarily in Maine now as well. There are other retreats. There's one coming up in Florida that's an alligator retreat.
Oh, my.
I don't know as much about that as I do the bear hunt, because bear hunt is my where I go up to volunteer to cook for everyone that couple of weeks.
And that's how this all started, too, right, Sonya? I mean, you had worked in a commercial kitchen, of course, as a proprietor of Bagel Central in downtown Bangor for years and years and years, and you volunteered at House in the Woods, and that place really spoke to you.
It did, yeah, it did, and I just love to cook, and the people that roll in up there at House in the Woods in Lee, Maine, are so humble and so appreciative, and they're just wonderful people to cook for and just be around, be around their presence. They bring a lot of joy to me and to the other people that are in the room at the same time. They sometimes don't think so, but we all think they do. They're great people, yeah.
That's the voice of Sonya Eldridge. She's currently engaged in a hike of the Appalachian Trail, the entire length of that trail, and Sonya, it's been fun to follow along with some of the updates online following your progress. And a recent sort of fun fact that was included in your hiking update was talking about the elevation of the trail. Now, generally speaking, people think Appalachian Trail, relatively small mountains, but you go up and down and up and down and up and down a lot.
Yes, you do go up and down a lot. The highest elevation was Klingman's Dome at 6,600 feet. That was no small undertaking to first of all, get up there, and then you have to go all the way back down the other side.
Oh, right.
Yeah, up and over. When you consider those changes in elevation, if you're hiking the length of the trail, the changes in elevation that you contend with is the equivalent of climbing Mount Everest 16 times.
That's correct.
Wow.
That's a whole lot of up and down there, girl.
Yeah.
I know. Isn't that a riot to think about?
It really kind of puts things into perspective, and I think that's one of the best things about this entire undertaking that you're engaged in, Sonya. It brings perspective. People need to be able to look outside themselves, step outside their own comfort zones sometimes to realize there's a whole lot more going on in the world around us than we sometimes want to think about. And what you're doing to benefit House in the Woods and what that organization does to benefit veterans, men and women who have served or are currently serving this country. Very important work indeed. We appreciate your efforts. Congratulations on blowing by the fundraising goal. That is awesome.
Thank you, guys.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
What's next? You're back out on the trail today, and where did you say you were exactly?
Right now we're in Hot Springs, North Carolina. It's a little tiny town. Has a resupply shop, so we have restocked our foods. My pack right now probably weighs 35 pounds or so.
Well, speaking of that, you've actually found yourself weighing less and less as this hike has gone on. Is that true?
Oh, I bet.
Yes. There's a set of scales here in this hostel, and I've lost 10 pounds.
Wow.
I probably gained some of it back over this course this weekend, though. But that's okay.
All right.
Yeah, lost 10 pounds. I feel better.
Good.
10 pounds is a lot.
Sure is. Oh my gosh! Yeah. Congratulations on that.
So on the fundraiser, just real quick, I'm just going to leave it. I don't want to set a new goal. I just want to see how far beyond the original goal I can get.
Yeah. Okay.
So if anybody is interested, even $1, it's very simple to go to houseinthewoods.org and click on that donate button. And then once you do donate, you probably know, Don, that you get all the juicy deets on the hike.
Absolutely.
The history of certain things we see. My thoughts, as every night I type a few things into my journal on my phone, just how the day went, put a few pictures in there. So it's quite an adventure, and if anyone is thinking about doing it, I highly recommend it. It's life-changing in so many ways.
Well, Sharky and I are tipping our rock and roll morning show caps to you, Sonya.
Yeah.
We certainly appreciate you checking in from the trail, and as Sonya has just mentioned, make any contribution to this fundraising effort, and you two can follow right along. You'll get emailed updates directly from the trail from Sonya as she continues to make her way back to Maine and Mount Katahdin for what is going to be quite an event indeed at House of the Woods upon your return.
Right. Yeah. Should be a good time. It is a good time.
Sonya, be safe out there. Take care of yourself, and we'll look forward to some updates from the trail in the weeks and months ahead, okay?
Excellent. Thank you for the time, guys.
All right.
You betcha, you betcha. It's 9:01, and you're listening to WKIT and WKIT HD, Brewer, Bangor. The website, once again, houseinthewoods.org. Hustle on over there and click on that donate button and keep up to date on what's happening from the trail with Sonya Eldridge.